Our legal disclaimer: Albar Elite provides educational services for the Forex market and for cryptocurrency markets. Albar Elite does not offer financial advice, tax advice, or solicit the buying or selling of security futures or commodities, including but not limited to stock options, Forex currencies, indices, and cryptocurrencies. The information provided was from resources that are reliable but not guaranteed to its accuracy or completeness. It is possible at this point, or subsequently, principals
as well as those who provide contracted services for Albar Elite. Albar Elite Education does not guarantee profit from any trading activity. We recommend that anyone trading in the financial market should sow with caution. Consult with a broker and/or a financial advisor before doing so. Past performance may not be indicative to future performances. Securities and/or Forex currency pairs presented in the Albar Elite educational system should be considered speculative with a high degree of volatility and risk. Albar Elite is not responsible for any losses or damages, monetary or otherwise, that may result from the content of Albar Elite educational material and communications, including not limited to website videos and trade ideas, classes, events, study guides, trading tools, and/or PDF educational materials. Live or recorded, all information provided by Albar Elite is for educational purposes only.
Here we go, hella high water, no limits, no borders, keep going, just a little more. I see it, tally ho. Here we go, hella high water, no limits, no borders, keep going, just a little more. I see it, tally ho. Let the ground do. Giants on the mainland, coach on the field, and I'm working on a game plan. Try to sound alike, but we ain't working with the same bands. We ain't working with. I'm not just trying to rock the boat, I'm gonna tip it over. I don't just want my club filled, I want it running over. I'm not just trying to take this road, I'm gonna run it over. I'm not just trying to take it lightly, gonna take it over. Gone a little while now, promise you I'm sober, yeah. It's been a little while now, promise you that's over, yeah. Nothing about love, more that long, 4-leaf clover, yeah. We putting in that work, playing basketball with boulders, light work. Been staring at the sun so long my eyes hurt. On this path of life, watch for vipers. They focus on your goal just like a sniper. You make it through your storm and I promise it'll get brighter. Here we go, hella high water, no limits, no borders, keep going, just a little more. I see it, tally ho. Here we go, hella high water, no limits, no borders, keep going, just a little more. Strike a nerve, I must have struck a chord. I'm just trying to give you substance, not just hoverboard. I'm just trying to make it take off, not just hoverboard. Knock, knock, who's there? Let me show you what's in store. If you know, then you know, then you know. We on the go, here we go, here we go. Heard your back to taking notes, skydive on that baseline. Scratch your past, no rewind. On the uprise, no decline. Got a volcano, bite, no feline. Headed to the goal with a beeline. Committed forever, no reason. Blessings are blessings, I see mine. Like in the dark, spark it up. Talk that talk, I want that walk. Head in the cloud. True to the code. Building the people. Breaking the mold. Can you see the silver lining in the crowd? For too long, I've been stuck in this fork in the road. It's time to sharpen my blades. I just create my own. Here we go. Hella high water, no limits, no borders, keep going, just a little more. I see it, tally ho. Here we go, hella high water, no limits, no borders, keep going, just a little more. I see it, tally ho.
God bless. What's up? Holla at me. Who's on with us? But I just heard somebody talking. TWA. All right. This is about to be it. We getting ready to get into this thing. Let me get my camera off. Yo, Coach Chalk is in the building, y'all. ready to get this thing popping. We are getting this close to start putting in trades. You may still like, I don't know what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna walk you through this step by step to show you we are getting ready to get into driver's ed, like get behind the wheel and start driving around in the parking lot. Okay. So if you've been doing what you're supposed to do, doing your homework and stuff like that, then you'll understand some of this stuff that is about to happen. So what I want everybody to do, if you have your phone with you, well, if you do not have your phone, you may want to, if you like L, you may want to go in from the remote desktop. So if you have an iPhone and you cannot download MetaTrader 4, you can do the remote desktop and do this from your remote desktop. Okay. As a matter of fact, everybody else, we're just going to do this. I'm going to do it from the computer first, and then I'll show you how to do this from the phone. It's going to be different both ways. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go in and show you from the computer first. All right. All right, so we got our screen set up. We ready to go? Let's do this. Please, if you can right now, and if you want to, please bow your eyes and close your head. Let's get this prayer in. Father God, we thank you right now for all that you've done, all that you're doing. We ask you to continue to go before us in all we do, Lord. Do not let us lose sight of the ultimate is to help grow your kingdom. We thank you for making this charts clear to us. But before that, make your word even clearer and your voice even clearer so that we know it when we hear it. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. All right. So, everybody, to get to your MetaTrader 4 on your laptop, your indicator up on the chart. Okay, and I think when we took, I'm not sure in our last class, I don't know if we had this arrow, and I kind of just marked where our entry will be, which was down here, and this is what would have happened over the course of the week, which is a nice trade to be in, right? Nice trade to be in. So this would have been our entry. We got our signal here, and we would have taken it right up under here when the candlestick formed and closed up under the red line. We took the trade pulled back, and then continued to drop, right? So what we would do to enter a trade, as if we were going to, like if we're going to enter right now, we're going to wait until we get our confirmation one, what we're looking for, are our arrows here. You know, sometimes the 30-minute could be going the opposite direction, but we can have an hour, the 4 hour, and the daily is pointing down. It's a gold mine for us. It's ready. It's time to go. Okay. And then sometimes we may have 30-minute, an hour, and a 4 hour. And then everything looks good and other confirmations are met. We can go even if the daily and the weekly isn't going our way. So if we looked up and we have this down arrow here and the candlesticks are already below the red line, and we have a 30-minute, an hour, and a 4 hour, that's a good trade to take. And especially if we look to the side and we kind of pinch the screen like I did at the bottom, and you see how the market is here, and we look to the right and we'll say we're going to take it to here. Right, we're just looking to the right. And if there's room, if we're here or here when the market gives us the signal, then we'll say, all right, this is a trade worth taking. So good. But if we got the arrow and then we look to the left and there was like no candlesticks or, no lines we could draw where the market went down and went back up, then we would kind of just look for some other confirmations before taking a trade. We may want to wait until the daily gave us a red arrow. Okay. So does that make sense? All right. Now, you're here, we moved around, we're trying to get the market back to where it's presently at. We're going to press this red arrow here, and it's going to push everything to the left. Boom. So now we see the market again. What I am going to be doing is letting you guys know when to take the trade, but I want you to take a look at the confirmations that are on your screen, right? There may be something that goes in a group and it'll say confirmation 1. I want you to come and take a look and see what confirmation 1 is. If it says confirmation 1 and 2, then that would be we have this and we have an arrow. Okay, because like we could have confirmation 1 and then this could be confirmation 2, right? And we're still waiting. If we have confirmation 3, we're waiting till the market closes or the candlestick closes up under the red line. So if I say confirmation 3, I want you to take a look so you can see what confirmation 3 looks like, right? And then just notice like 1 happened here. 1, 2 happened here, but 3 happened way down here, and that could be hours, right? So I'm just going to put it here, and then we'll just slide over until confirmation closes up under there. That was a total of 9 hours before we got confirmation 3, okay? Very important. Before you enter the trade, you want to make sure that you look to see how far the market may pull back. And pull back means to go the opposite direction, because we're looking to sell, but this candle here is showing us that the market is going up. Okay, so this is known as a pullback. So just imagine if you entered a trade here and then the market pulled back, you would really be freaking out because you would be losing money. But as long as it doesn't go past your previous high, and when we say previous high, you look to your left, and your previous high could be at the top of the candles. I always give the market extra room, right? And you may say, well, you know what? I want the previous high to be, at the end of the wick right here, just to make sure that I'm giving it enough room to pull back. So in this situation, if this was our trade that we were taking and we entered somewhere up in here, the previous high would be here, okay? So we'll just put that line there just to get a visual so you can see it. We're going to go a little bit above, and I want you to see that. So there's your previous high. So the market went down, right? We're waiting until it closed. It closed right here. We jump in the trade. If the market pulls back, if this was our entry, where's our previous high? Blue line. Did it come close to our blue line when it pulled back? No, it was not close to it. So it may pull back. Let's just say if our trade, we got in up here and we saw maybe like a profit of $2 or $3, and then it pulled back and we were negative $30, $50. You're like, oh my goodness. But we're just waiting. And we do not close our trades out until they hit our stop loss. And look what happened. It pulled back again, but then it just dropped and continued to drop. But the market hardly ever just goes straight down. It's down, up, down, up. So be prepared. Do not panic when you see the market moving against you. If it doesn't break the previous high, we're okay. Okay? So it's very important, because I'm not going to say where the previous high is. You're going to have to do some work. You're going to need to go in and see where the previous high is. So if I say all confirmations are met, take the trade, take the sale, what you're going to do is look for the little drop down here. Click, right? If you don't see what we just saw, you click this drop down until you see this. And it's simple, buy or sell. And if you're having $200 in your account, I want you to have 0.05 here. Now, how would you do that? But sometimes you may, I don't know, just for starting off, it may be, like that. And if we were to place a sale, this is a lot. It looks like $1.02. That's not what it is. It will be a very large trade. So we want to make sure we stay with small trades. So 0.05 is what I want everyone to start with. because we're starting our accounts with $200. Okay, this is actually 50 cents. We're gonna take a trade using 50 cents. Okay, so what you would do if I say all confirmations are met, you can take the trade. You're gonna come in and press sell. Okay. Now, before even going in and doing that, what I suggest you do, there's a couple ways you can do this. So the first way would be, say, if we're going to enter here, where's the stop loss? Previous high. So if my entry is at the bottom of this candle that closed, stop loss is going to be to the left, previous high. And you can pick the highest one if you want. Like this would actually be the previous high. So I would take that. But the market never pulled back to put our trade in danger. It just dropped straight down. So we're good. So if you put your line on the chart first, let me delete this one. So if we say, well, where's the previous high? He just said we could put in a trade. So boom, previous high would be here. Look to the right. These numbers right here, this would be your stop loss. So you would come over, click sell, and you would type in your stop loss here. And you would type this number in right here, right there. So 0.683. I get it? Yep, 99. 0.8399. See, that makes a big difference. Let me see, 68,399. Right? So if you put the wrong numbers in, it's going to do whatever you put in. So if you do the wrong numbers and it's more, the market's going to pull back more and it won't put you out of the trade, but you'll be losing more money. So make sure you put the right numbers in, because this is like saying, this is how much I'm willing to lose on this trade. Take profit is how much you're willing to make on the trade. But coming in, we just want to come in as soon as possible. So you'll do that and you'll press sell by market. Click. The market is closed, so we can't place a trade. If you are moving really fast and the market is moving fast and you just want to get that trade in quick, you're going to come in, press sell, and then sell by market and be done. So now once you're in the trade, you'll be able to come down here, and we don't have anything going, but right, if I do a right click here, and I think this may be kind of hard to do on your VPS if you're on your phone, but you probably can double click here and get something to pop up. But right click and then modify or delete your order. It's not highlighted, but you see it. If we had a trade going, we can click modify. And once we click modify, this is going to pop up again. And now we can type in our stop loss because our trade is already moving in downward direction. We're making money. Sometimes the market is moving so fast. It's like, I want to help me get in. I don't have time to type this in. I'll come back, modify my order, and put in my stop loss. Okay. Same thing with your take profit. You can come in and say, like I said, the market was going to come down to here. If we look to the left and saw, like if you have your lines on your chart, you could kind of predict how far you think it may go down just by looking at your lines. If you have a line on your chart that's there, and you can type in your take profit, and it would be here. Okay. Now, starting off, what we'll be doing is I just want to get you in and get you used to entering trades. The trades that I put you in, you're going to be in a position where you could be in these trades for multiple hours, if not multiple days. So it's like a quit it and forget it type, hit it and forget it type of trade. And then you'll be able to check it whenever you want to. Your profit will show up here. If you're losing, it'll show up here. All your trade information will be down here at the bottom. So that is basically it on how we would enter a trade. Does anybody have any questions?
Can you put the period separators on there?
I did not, but I can. You said, can I?
Yeah.
Sure, I can. Properties. So we click on just to show everybody, make sure. So I'm gonna show the period separators, and then I'll make sure everybody knows what they are. So we're gonna do a right click on a blank part of the screen, black part. go down to properties, or you can hit F8, and then we'll come over to common. You don't want to be on colors, common. And then right here would show your period separators. And that's just going to give you your trading days, right? So the hours or the length of time that the market is open. So here we go. This would be a trading day. Well, we start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4 trading days. So look at here. If confirmations were, I mean, we had, confirmations met here and everything is looking good, and we waited till it crossed the line, we would have got in the trade here and been in the trade 1, 2, 3, 4 days. You understand? Powerful. Or even if you entered the trade here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's almost 2 weeks of trading. And when you're entering this trade, boom, it was perfect. Like this, you got the arrow, this candle closed, you got your red line, so you would enter somewhere up in here, and you're ready to go. And look at your entry. I'm going to move this blue line up. So let's just say if this was our entry right here, we look to the right, look, the market came right back, and you probably been looking like, man, all the money I made, I'm losing it. But if you stayed in the trade and believed in the system and the strategy, look at how it came back down. And it just kept dropping. And then it did the same thing again. It pulled up and came back down. Now, you would probably have some idea that the market is coming back to what we call key levels, and that's where your lines are at. So if we bring this line down, it's like the market came down, it went back up, came back down, right? So wherever it goes down and then makes a quick turnaround, we put a line there. When it goes up and it starts to go down, we put a line there. So look at our line being, I mean, you can put it right at the body of the candle, or you can put it at the wick. But sometimes I'll drop mine right at the body. And what makes me determine this is I'll look to the left and I'll look for other places in the market where it touches this line. So see how this wick came right and touched the line? It's right on it. We look to the right. Look at how it came down and then kind of go back up. It's respecting this zone. Got it? All right. So with that being said, we're looking at our trades. Hold on for 1 second. Let me see something. All right. Sorry about that. So we're just paying attention to, how the market respects these lines. And that's why it's so important that you know how to put these on the chart. But what I want for everybody that's on here, most everybody that's on here, you're working a job. You're working, so it's a lot of pressure when you're scalping trades and you constantly have to keep watching your trades. Just believe in the system. I'm going to show you a trade where someone went in with a $54 account. And the type of trading that you're doing is called swing trading. I'm going to show you someone that went in with a $54 account and took a trade and held that trade and turned it into over $1,000. So you may hear people say that you need a lot of money in your account to swing trade. It's not true. What you need is discipline. And what I am teaching you is the discipline part of trusting the system. a lot of people that lose trades, they lose them with this strategy that I'm showing if they over leverage. If they put in multiple trades at one time, what we're going to be doing is putting in one trade at a time, being patient. Okay, so let me see. I can't find this this trade. Here we go here. Let me share my screen, and I want everyone to see this. All right. So you see my screen now. Right here. I'm sorry, it wasn't even $54. This guy had $46.88. Okay, $44. I told him to do one trade, but he was so confident in what I taught and what I was telling him, he put in 2 buys at the size is 0.05. Okay. But if the market had a pulled back and went the opposite direction, he could have got kicked out of his trade and lost everything. So it's not always good to do this. If I say put in one trade, put in one trade. But let's just look at what happened. And this person did have some type of trading skill. So when he got the notification, there were other confirmations in the market that he saw that looked really good. He took the trade. And at this point, the trade had got up to $669. Right? How many times have you took 50 or 40 something dollars and put it in the counter in the bank or put it up on the mattress and you came back and it turned into 600 bucks? Right? This is powerful. But what happens a lot of times, we get excited, we want the money real fast, and we'll add in multiple trades, or we'll come in and we'll, instead of putting in 0.05, we'll put in 1.00, or we'll put in 0.900, and we'll over leverage. That's called over leveraging. And you'll do something that is called blowing your accounts. 90% of people, and it could even be 98% of people that trade, they end up blowing their account within the first, I think, 30 to 90 days. Okay? A lot of people that have tried trading and didn't work for them was because they end up blowing their accounts. So very important to make sure you have this amount set right. This is called your lot size. I'm not impressed if you take a trade and you made $1,000 and you have a crazy lot size. But if you make $1,000 or $50 or $20 and you have a small lot size, I'm impressed, because you're not being wild and risky with your money. You want to be safe as possible. Okay, so this is just, an example I just wanted to give you on how to take a trade from your computer. Any questions before I go in on taking these trades from your cell phone? Any questions? Anybody? Feel free to unmute. Let me see before I jump in. I'm gonna see if I can give one more example. This is a good example here too. This is a really good example, right? So let's do period separators on this one. Wait, show period separators, not the volume, and then okay. Now just imagine if you went in and you took a trade, all confirmations were met. We're up under the line. We got this arrow. Boom, we jumped in a trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days, 16 days, you're in one trade. That may not mean a lot to a lot of you because you've never really placed a trade before and you don't know what it's like to stay in a trade that long and you're in profit the whole time. Right? Those of you that have and have some experience, just take a look at the profit. we're looking at 297 pips. On top of that, here's the really killer sweet part about it. We got in off of this red arrow. Why did we get in? Why would we jump in? We would jump in because all confirmations are met. One, confirmation one would be down here. Confirmation two would be the red arrow. Confirmation three, we're up under the red line. What happens when we get this one here? Another red arrow. Confirmation one was probably already met. Confirmation two, are we below the red line? Yes, so this is another entry that we can come in. So we'll have one trade. You got two trades here, but we'll just take one of them. That'll be two trades that's in profit. Or you compound. And you are crazy compounding. And now we went straight into profit and then it pulled back and took us out of profit, but it didn't hit our stop loss, did it? See, this is where your stop loss would be here for this trade. Above. Now I put it right here at the tip for a good reason. Look to the right. If you remember, I said I do not put my stop loss right at the tip of the wicks or the body. I'll give it a little space. And I'll come up and give it some room just in case the market pulls back and tries to take us out of our trade. Right? But from entry, profit. Pull back, we're negative, it didn't hit our stop loss, boom, profit. And then it pulls back, and then boom, more profit, more profit. And every time it pulls back and gives us a confirmation where it drops back up under our red line, that's another entry that we can enter and take profit. So if you got your first trade going, you can just keep that one going. We could take this trade and TP here, meaning take profit. Still leave this main trade going. And even when this happened, if it hit it, we're out the game, we're out the trade. Here's another one. We take it, write it down, and just take a look at this. The market's going down, then it went up. We can put a line there, right? The market went down, and then it went up, right? We have a line here. So like I said, if you want to do body, you could do body. If you want to do wick, you could have it at the wick. But notice what happens when you get the confirmations to take the trade again. You can say, you know what? I'm going to come out when it comes to this line. And look, it touches the line, pulls back. You would have TP for a scalp. The market pulled back, got your confirmation again, below the line, boom. You're taking it out of here. But this first trade is still going. And now you're just snatching candy from a baby. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to switch over and go to my cell phone, and I'm going to show you some trades on how to put in a trade from the cell phone. So unfortunately, if you have an iPhone, this is not going to work for you right now unless you already have MetaTrader 4 on your device. If you don't, then the VPS is going to be the best thing for you to do, but you would still do it the same way that I just showed you. Okay. So now coming in from your phone. So if you could pull your cell phones out and let's kind of walk through this. And if you are not on your cell phone, if you're an iPhone user, what I want you to do is go in. I guess I'm going to have to show you separately, but I want you to go in. I'm going to walk you through it if you have an iPhone. Go to your MetaTrader 4 where we were just at. Nope, I'm going to have to show you. But so let's do the cell phones now. So we're going to go over to MetaTrader 4. If you watched the video and downloaded that MetaTrader 4 app on your phone, you're going to open it up. Okay. What we do at this point, if we're placing a trade with AUD USD, when we touch it, this right here is going to pop up. We're going to click new order. You already got from me all confirmations were met. Take the trade. You're going to press new order. And then you're going to go in, see where it says market execution at the top. Let me hit the drop down so you can see what I'm talking about. Right there. All right. So that's the drop down, but I'll just kind of show you exactly. Talking about this here. It says market execution right there. So you want to make sure that you're on market execution. And then what you're going to do is you're going to press sell right there at the bottom left-hand corner. If we're selling, if you're buying, you're going to press buy, bottom right-hand corner. Boom. Well, market is closed, and that is what you will get if the market is closed. Hide your trade. It'll take us back here. If we want to get back to where we could decide what we want to trade, we'll press these two arrows in the left-hand corner. Just kind of show you. Right, straight down here. Okay. So I can move this out the way. So right there, you see those arrows? That's what you would press, and it would take you right back where you can decide what you want to trade. And here we are. So AUD USD, you touch it, hit new order, and then we would press sell or buy. In this case, and then here, right, you see right here where I'm at, this is your dollar amount that you want to trade. So we want to keep this at 0.05 and make sure that that 1 isn't there. Now, if you try to place a trade with a large amount and you don't have enough in your account, it won't even let you take the trade. Okay, so make sure that you have this at 0.05 before placing your trade. Boom. So now, right now, we are going to place our first trade. Okay. What I want everyone to do from your cell phone, and this is not going to work forever on our indicator, but for right now, I got it set up where you can take a trade with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. And the reason why we're going to do that is because it's the only thing that's moving on the weekend. So that plus sign at the top on your MetaTrader 4 next to the pencil, when you touch that, it's going to bring you here to find the symbols that you want to trade. And this is crazy because there's so much that you can trade here, but we're just going to click on cryptos and you look for BTC USD, or you can just click on find BTC, boom, and it pops up. When we click on it, it's going to disappear. Watch, it's gone. Once it's gone, you hit the X. You're going to go back, hit the back button at the top left-hand corner, and we're back here where we see our symbols. And all the way at the bottom, you're going to find Bitcoin. Now we have Bitcoin on our charts. And if you notice, those are the only numbers that are moving is Bitcoin. Other numbers are not moving, they're froze. So if we touch it, it's going to say open chart, new order, symbols. If you open the chart, it's going to allow you to look at the market and you can see it moving. Okay. And top left-hand corner, you can see it says Bitcoin or BTC USD MF. That means 5 minute. I like everyone to look at the Bitcoin or any of the trades in a higher time frame when jumping in. Now, if we look all the way to the right, you can see the blue line at the to the bottom. But right here, you see where the movement is taking place. Okay. So this candle turned, it was black, it turned white, now it's pushing up. And what's probably going to happen is that this candle is probably going to come up to right around here, and then it's going to go back down and continue to go into a sale. So what we're going to do, we're going to place our first trade today in Bitcoin and watch how the market moves, but more than that, just kind of learn how to enter a trade. So right now from the cell phone, I'm going to show you. You don't have to do this right now because not everybody has it on their cell phones, but I just want to show you how to do it. But I'm going to go in from the computer, and I want everyone to do this from their PC. You don't have to do this now from your laptop. I mean, from your cell phone. But we can hit the plus sign, and it takes us right to where we can make a trade. Now, with only having 200 in my account, I wouldn't want to take a 0.05 trade, lot size trade with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will eat your money up. But just to practice, I'm just going to show you what happens, and I'm going to take a sell. We're actually going up into a buy right now, but I think overall Bitcoin is in a sell. So I'm going to click sell. Market execution is going to put us in a trade right away. Boom. All right, done. And as you can see, we are negative 53 cents or 55 cents as soon as we enter the trade. All right, so you're going to enter the trade automatically be in the negative because the broker has to get their money off the top. Now, what is very important about this, like from the cell phone, I'm also going to show you how to stop a trade from the cell phone. Then I'm going to do all this from the computer. So how to stop a trade, you would press and hold, and you would close your order. And then you have to confirm it and close it again with a loss of 58 cents. Now, personally, I don't want to take the loss. I don't want to take the L, so I'm going to go back. I'm not going to close it right now. I want to wait till it goes into profit and then collect my profit there. Now, remember I was telling you can do market execution, go into the trade right away, and you can change your stop loss. So right now we're going to press, it says modify order. We click modify order, and now we can go in and we can add our stop loss in to our trade. So if I wanted my stop loss to be 2.2 or 2.3, notice how modify at the bottom right here is in white, but as soon as I put the correct number in, then it turns black, meaning I can activate it. Boom, and that's how much money I'm willing to lose on this trade. And as you can see, we're already dropping down, seeing like it's getting smaller, we're getting closer to profit. Okay, so I'm gonna let this trade roll, and I will post it later on in the group just to let you guys see. But right now, let's go over to our computers, and I want everybody to do this. So does anybody have any questions about the cell phones before we go back into the PC or laptops? All right, if you think of some questions, you know what to do, hit me up. So stop share, gonna go right back in. What I want you to do, because if you scroll down, everything over here to your left, these are going to be your symbols. And if you slide your bar down, you're not going to see any Bitcoin or anything like that. What I want you to do, we're going to go to view, and then we're going to symbols. Once again, going to go to view, click on view, go to symbols, click on symbols, and then you want to look for, let me close this up, you're going to look for crypto. So you may have to slide your slider up or down, but cryptos are right there. And if you see it, you're going to click on the drop down, and you're looking for BTC USD. And don't get caught up because there's a lot of them. There's BIT USD. BTC USD is what we want. And then it has it over here what the abbreviations mean. Bitcoin USD. You're going to double click on that little square right there until it turns gold. Once it turns gold, then we can close this out. So if you just click it once, nothing happens. Make sure you double click it, turns gold, close it out. Good?
I'm still stuck on your screen. I don't know how to get out of it.
Do I leave? I don't leave. No, just minimize. There she is. All right, so we're going, and I'm gonna go through it one more time. So we're gonna go view, drop it down, we're going to symbols. Then we will be looking for crypto. You're gonna hit the drop down, and you're looking for BTC USD. And click on the little box, it turns go, you're good to go. And close it out. And when you scroll down, you'll see BTC USD at the bottom. Okay, so to leave our whatever we have on our charts up, what I want you to do is minimize. So if you got the full screen, put your chart on your full, cover your full screen. Do not go to the top minimize button, but we're not going to hit the minimize. We're going to hit the little squares right above your little magnifying glass over here. Boom. Now we're going to grab that BTC USD and just drag it over to the gray part of your screen. Right. So make sure that you close your chart out. Again, if it's looking like this, minimize it. If you need to grab these and just kind of slide them over until you can get the gray part of your screen showing. Now we're going to grab that Bitcoin, and then we're just going to slide it right over on the chart like that and let it load up. All right, once you get it set up, you're going to put your template on. This template is not for Bitcoin. This template is just for currency pairs, and that's what these are. But for right now, we're still going to use this template. I've got it set up where it will work for you just so that we can be ready Monday or Sunday to put in a trade. So CEM, boom, we're good to go. Now, we want to slide to see what the market is doing right now. So we will hit the red arrow right here at the top. Boom, and this is what the market is doing right now. So the market is moving in a sideways direction, right? It's moving sideways. It's not just dropping. It's moving sideways. We're in the 1 hour time frame. Good. So what I want everyone to do now is take a look at confirmation 1. We've got the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily shooting down. If you do not have that confirmation 1 shooting down right now, what I want everybody to do is do a right click on your screen. I want you to go to indicators list. Click on that, and then double click on any one of these indicators. Just pop out. Right? And then again, double click right here. Pop out. And we want to copy that serial key. Copy, and then we just close these out. Now we're going to go over and we're going to look for, if yours is confirmation 1, if yours is eye in the sky, I want you to just slide that over or double click it. Double click, and then paste that serial key in. Paste. Okay. Boom. And we're consolidating. Do you see how the candlesticks are moving sideways? And then see how the arrows are moving sideways? Okay, so typically when we see this, we don't do anything. It's moving sideways, we don't mess with it. But just for demonstration purposes only, I do want to place a sale so we know how to do it. So click on the drop down, little arrow, get your sale. See how mine says 1.00. If yours is like that, just slide over it. Yep. Okay, if you do not see a drop down, then what I want you to do, let's do this. We're going to double click just on Bitcoin right there. Double click. Okay, so there's a couple different ways you can get it. You don't have to drop down, boom, boom, boom. You can do that. but it's going to work the same way. So right here, volume, you want to make sure we're going to highlight that, and we're going to do 0.01. Just because Bitcoin moves very fast sometimes, and if you have the wrong amount, like this is 10 cents, it can really wipe your account out. So what we're going to do is press sell by market. You have just entered your first trade. You can close this out if you want to. Hit the X at the top, press OK, whatever. We are in a trade. All your information is over here. If you look to the left, balance, right? And it tells you how much money you have right now with what you've lost. Like we're losing right now. So it's going to take it away and just show you what you would have, right? The amount that you place the trade with, trade size is there, symbols on Bitcoin. Price is where the market was at when you entered the trade. When you put your stop loss in, it's going to show up here, and your take profit will end up being here, right? If you type one in. Now, let's just say I come in and I say, hey, stop the trade. News is coming up, whatever. You will do a right click on it and you can close order, right? Or you can modify order. So if we go to modify order, this is where we go and we come in and we'll put in our stop loss or our take profit, and our trade is still going. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. So let's just close this out, and we're gonna let this Bitcoin trade go just to see what happens, and then we'll check on it tomorrow. I'll send a, but you can check it out throughout the day. It's fun. Just kind of look and see what's going on. Now remember, we're in this, and we're going to stay in it into the previous high. So what I want everybody to do is go in and put your previous high in. Right? You may come in here and you say, this is the previous high. Someone else will say, oh, it went up a little higher right here. So I'm going to use that for my previous high. But, you know, right above the candlestick or the wick, this is what I'm going to use for a stop loss. So if we want to use the same stop loss, let's do it. Let's go. Double click on the blue line. Let's go to stop loss. Right? I'm just going to highlight all of these numbers and turn them blue. And now I'm going to type in my stop loss, which is going to be 239er. Trying to squint and see 53.17. Okay, that is our stop loss. And I'm trying to think what to forgot. Oh, right here where it says market execution, click that drop down and click modify order. Okay. So now that we've clicked modify order, we got to do it again. We got to put the stop loss again because we should have did that first. So put the stop loss in again.
23,953.
23,953.17, right? And then click modify. Boom. Right there, the red line. Boom. Right? That's it. So now if we look at our screen, this is our entry. Our stop loss is the blue line right here. So if we move this blue line, okay, let me close this out. I'm trying to move the blue line. It's not letting me. But you can actually move your stop loss if you wanted to change the position by just grabbing it. Okay, I grabbed the blue line. So now I'm going to delete the blue line because I don't need it anymore. But you can move your stop loss if you wanted to change the position of it and move it higher. You can do that and then just click modify order. Okay, but it's, you know, just in case you put it in wrong, you got to, that's not where I wanted it. Oh, you can't just grab that line and you can slide it up or down until you get it where you want to, and then just modify and close it out. Okay, now we're going to put in a take profit because I would like to see if we could hit a TP. But but the market is consolidating, and Bitcoin could consolidate for days. Like if you look here, I'll put period separators on. Period separators. Okay. Well, just look at how many days it just moved sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And then on that fourth or fifth day, it really started dropping down. Okay. So let's just do a take profit. I'm just going to take it to about here. So this is going to be our take profit number. So we're going to do the same thing. You could double click on the blue spot, and then you're going to modify your order. And then you are going to type in your take profit right here. Okay. 385.12. And then what do? Hit take profit. Modify order. Okay. And when we move this blue line out the way, cancel. Let's see if I can, yep, I'm gonna delete this line now. So now there's our TP, and it says it right there, TP. So if you look on your chart and this line disappears or this line disappears and everything's gone, one or two things happen. Either you lost a trade or you won it. That's it. And then it'll tell you down here. See, like we're down, 90 cent, 99 cent, negative $1. So just kind of getting used to the market moving up, moving down, right? So that is how you enter a trade. That is how you modify a trade. And how would we close this trade? Remember, you can do an X right here and just close it out, which would probably be the easiest way. You could also do a right click and close order, right? But that is it. That is it. So this is what we'll be doing for the week. I'll probably be looking for just one trade that we can take and possibly just hold for the whole week. The whole thing is to get you used to practicing and holding trades. If you start off doing this, it could be pretty easy. If you are not used to holding trades and you try to convert and go and do the long trades, the swing trades, sometimes it can be very difficult to hold those trades. Does anybody have any questions? All right, cool. So far, so good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually end this video right now. I wanna thank everybody for watching. If you have any questions, please hit me up. You know where to find me. But once again, God bless you and thank you. You're on your way to being a pip beater. You're on your way to being a pip beater.